13 Secrets to a Thriving Relationship. Lessons from Wolves. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into the secrets of a thriving relationship, inspired by the loyalty and strength of the wolf pack. Let me tell you something, folks. Relationships are tough. As Aristotle once said, love is composed of a single soul inhabiting two bodies. They take work, commitment, and a whole lot of understanding. Remember the words of Rumi, "The wound is the place where the light enters you." But just like a wolf pack that relies on each other for survival, a strong relationship can help you weather any storm. As Helen Keller wisely noted, alone we can do so little, together we can do so much. Over the years, I've seen countless couples struggle with the same issues: trust, communication, and respect. As the philosopher Lao Tzu said, being deeply loved by someone gives you strength, while loving someone deeply gives you courage. That's why today we're taking a page from nature's playbook and learning how the dynamics of a wolf pack can teach us a thing or two about building lasting love. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Trust, the foundation of a strong pack. Now, let's talk about trust. Just like the alpha wolf leads with confidence and the pack trusts their every move, trust is the bedrock of any relationship. Without it, you're building on shaky ground. Think about it. How can you be vulnerable? How can you truly be yourselves with each other if you're constantly second-guessing or doubting each other? You can't. It's like a crack in the foundation. Eventually, the whole thing crumbles. You need to be each other's rock, the one you can always count on no matter what. That's what builds unshakable trust. Shared goals. Hunting as a team. Wolves don't just wander aimlessly. They have a plan, a purpose. They work together to hunt, to protect their territory, to raise their young. And you know what? Your relationship deserves that same level of intention. Setting shared goals, whether it's saving for a house, planning a trip, or simply navigating life's challenges together, creates a sense of teamwork, of being in it together. It gives you a common purpose, something to strive for as a unit. And when you achieve those goals together, that's a bond that can't be broken. Respect, maintaining order in the pack. Even in a pack, there are disagreements, but you know what separates wolves from a pack of dogs? Respect. Even when those wolves are challenging each other, there's a level of respect that never gets crossed. Now, I'm not saying you can't argue with your partner. Disagreements are a part of life, but how you handle those disagreements, that's what matters. Are you listening to each other, really listening, or are you just waiting for your turn to talk? Are you attacking each other, or are you attacking the problem? Remember, respect, even when it's hard, is key. Listen, every wolf has its role, its strengths. Some are better hunters, some are better protectors, but they all contribute to the pack's survival. And in a relationship, you gotta do the same. Dwelling on the negative, picking apart each other's flaws, that's a recipe for disaster. Instead, focus on the good. Celebrate each other's strengths, appreciate the things that make your partner unique. Because when you focus on the positive, you start seeing the best in each other, and that's what makes love grow. Let me tell you something. When a wolf commits to its pack, it's for life. There's no quitting, no throwing in the towel when things get tough. And you know what? Your relationship deserves that same level of commitment. The minute you start throwing around threats of breaking up, you're eroding the foundation of your relationship. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. The more you say it, the more likely it is to happen. Commitment means sticking it out, even when it's hard, even when you want to run for the hills. That's what separates the wolves from the sheep. Wolves howl, they bark, they use body language, they're constantly communicating with each other. And in a relationship, you've got to do the same. Bottling up your emotions, pretending everything's okay when it's not, that's a dangerous game to play. It's like a pressure cooker. Eventually, it's gonna explode. You need to be able to talk to each other, to share your feelings, your fears, your dreams. And most importantly, you need to be able to listen to each other, really listen, without judgment. That's what real communication is all about. The power of apology reconciliation in the pack. Now, even wolves mess up sometimes. They fight, they hurt each other, but you know what? They also know how to make amends, a genuine apology, a display of remorse, and they're back to being packmates. But a real apology, it's not just about saying the words. It's about meaning it. It's about taking responsibility for your actions, for the pain you caused. And most importantly, it's about making a conscious effort to change your behavior. Remember, actions speak louder than words. Chapter 8, Love over Ego, Pack above all else. In a wolf pack, there's no room for ego. It's about the survival of the pack, not about who's the loudest or the strongest. And in a relationship, you gotta check your ego at the door. Pride, stubbornness, the need to be right all the time, those are relationship killers. You need to be willing to put your ego aside, to admit when you're wrong, to compromise. Respecting boundaries, personal space in the pack. Even wolves need their space. They have their own dens, their own roles within the pack. And just because you're in a relationship, it doesn't mean you lose your individuality. It's healthy to have your own hobbies, your own friends, your own time. It allows you to recharge, to pursue your passions, and it ultimately makes you a more well-rounded individual, which benefits the relationship. Remember, you're two whole individuals choosing to be together, not two halves trying to make one whole. Weathering the storm challenges in the wild. Let's face it, life throws curveballs. Wolves face harsh winters, food shortages, threats from other animals. And just like a wolf pack that sticks together through thick and thin, your relationship will face its own set of challenges. There will be ups and downs, good times and bad times. But it's how you navigate those challenges, how you support each other, that will determine the strength of your bond. Remember, every storm eventually passes, and the sun will shine again.
Don't let the sun set on anger resolving conflicts quickly. Wolves don't hold grudges. They address conflict head-on, they work it out, and they move on. And you know what? That's a pretty good strategy for a relationship too. Going to bed angry, letting resentment fester, that's just asking for trouble. It's like a poison that slowly seeps into your relationship. Now, I'm not saying you have to solve every problem the second it arises, but don't let it drag on. Talk it out, find a compromise, and move forward together. Prioritizing your partner. The pack comes first. In a wolf pack, the well-being of the pack always comes first. They protect each other, they care for their young, they put the needs of the many above the needs of the few. And in a relationship, you got to do the same. Putting your partner first, making them a priority in your life, that's crucial. Now, I'm not saying you have to sacrifice your own happiness, but it's about finding a balance, about showing your partner that they matter, that they're important to you. Financial harmony, sharing resources like a pack. You know, wolves don't fight over who gets the biggest piece of meat. They share their resources. They work together to ensure the survival of the pack. And you know what? Money is one of the biggest sources of conflict in a relationship. It's not about who makes more or who spends more. It's about being on the same page financially. Have open and honest conversations about money. Set budgets. Make financial goals together. Because when you're financially secure as a team, it strengthens your bond and reduces unnecessary stress.
Building your unbreakable bond. Thanks for watching. Remember, a strong relationship is built on trust, respect, and teamwork, just like a wolf pack. These 13 secrets, these lessons from the wild, they're not just some feel-good tips. They're the building blocks of a lasting, loving relationship. And just like a wolf pack that relies on each other for survival, you and your partner can overcome any obstacle, weather any storm, as long as you face it together, as a team. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more relationship tips and advice.